Hi, this is Kamera. My first few minutes with God, day number 130, Psalms chapter 50, 53, 60, and 75. So there's 4 chapters. The longest one is chapter 50, but it's so good, so good. I'm just going to read a few of the verses in the chapter. Again, remember, these Psalms are like a prayer, a praise to God. And a few verses. The Lord, the mighty one, is God, and he summons all humanity. He says, I am God, your God. He says, I have no complaints about your sacrifices or your offerings. He says, but I don't need them. God don't need our offerings. He don't need our sacrifices. However, he do require obedience. He says, everything is mine. All our offerings, all our sacrifices of offerings and whatnot, they are his. He says, make thankfulness your sacrifice to God and keep your vows, any vows you made to God. Then when you call on me, I will rescue you. You refuse my discipline and you treat my words like trash. Isn't that something? A lot of people do. Just don't you be that person. He says, repent or I will tear you apart. Giving thanks is a sacrifice that truly honors me, says God. And if you keep on my path, I will reveal to you my salvation. Isn't that something? Psalms 53. Only fools say in their heart, there is no God. God looks down from heaven on the entire race. He's actually looking to see who's wise. And he can see right down to our heart. And he knows what we think. And he knows where our heart is. And a lot of people like lean on that. He knows me. Yes, but he wants you to make the right decision. Like we know our spouses. We know our children. But we want them to make wise decisions. It's just that simple. He says, will those who do evil never learn? Terror will grip them. God will scatter the bones of your enemies. When God restores his people, Israel will rejoice. Psalm 60. You have rejected us, God. This is what the person said about God. You have rejected us, God. Restore us to your favor. Answer and save us by your power. Please help us against our enemies. With God's help, we will do mighty things. There are times those enemies come against you. Enemies you see and enemies you do not see. You have to call on God to help you against those enemies. He's there. He wants us to trust him. He wants to rely on him in everything. And I have no problem with that. Psalm 75. We thank you, O God, and we give you thanks because of who you are, and you are near. God said, at the planned time, I will bring justice to the wicked. He says, I'm the one who keeps the earth foundation firm. It is God alone who judges. And as for me, I will always proclaim what God has done and sing praises to him. God says, I will break the strength of the wicked, and I will increase the power of the godly. I told you guys there's some good stuff, and I'll read just a few verses. But there you go, day number 130, Psalms chapter 50, 53, 60, and 75. You have a God-filled blessed day.